Hello students, now we are going to solve the problems of exercise 6.2. This exercise is completely related with the angles that are made between the transversal and the given parallel lines. So first question you can see here. This is 50 degree, this is x. This is 130 degree, this is y. And we have to calculate the value of x and y. And simultaneously, we have to show these lines to be parallel. So definitely, x and y are the alternate angles. And if these two angles will be equal, then only the given lines will be parallel. So let's see how x and y become equal to one another. See, x plus 50 equal to 180 degree, and these are linear pairs. That is why we have written here x plus 50 equal to 180, and it gives the value of x 130 degree. So one value we have calculated. Now let's see for y. Y and 130 degree, both these angles are vertically opposite angles. Here vertically opposite angle y should be equal to 130 degree. Therefore y equal to 130 degree. And now what we have got the equal values of x and y. X is also 130 degree, y is also 130 degree. And see, x and y are alternate angles, so these given lines will be parallel together. Here is the second question. We have been given three parallel lines A, B, C, D and E, F. Transversal intersects them. Here you can see x, y and z angles. So this y and this angle may be equal because of becoming vertically opposite angles. So let us write here also y. And now the main thing which has been given to us, the ratio of y and z is 3:7. This is y, this is z, and these ratios of these angles is 3:7. These are the interior angles of the same side of transversal, and we have seen that, or we know that when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the sum of interior angles of the same side of the transversal is supplementary or 180 degree. That is why we will write here 3k plus 7k. This is 3k, this is 7k. This is 3k plus 7k 180. It will be 10k 180. K will be equal to 18. Therefore, y will be equal to 3k and 3 18 are 54 degree. X and z. Obviously, x and z are alternate angles. Why? Because A, B, E, F are parallel lines, and these are being intersected by this transversal. So x and z will be alternate, and definitely they will be equal. So z can be calculated to be 18 multiplied by 7, because it was 7k. So that comes 126 degree. So x and z will be equal to 126 degree, and y is 54 degree. So this is the solution of this question. Now we will solve another question, 3, 4, 5, etc. So in question number 3, you have been given AB parallel CD. AB parallel CD, and this angle GED is 126 and EF perpendicular to AB. So clearly it will be 90 degree. It will be 90 degree and AGE, it is very obvious that AGE and GED are both this and that. Both these lines are alternate angles. Therefore, the first question AGE will be equal to 126 degree, and we will write here alternate angles. Now see, FGE is the last one, but FGE, how can we calculate? This is 90 degree, this is 126. So 126 and this angle both are linear pairs. So FGE will be equal to 180 minus 126. 180 minus this angle 126, and so it comes 54 degree. It was also a question in your book. So the next and last thing is GEF. Where is that? GEF is here. Now we have got 90, 54, and we have to calculate the third angle. So FGE, we have got 54. This one is 90. So both these angles will be equal to 90. Means sum of these angles will be equal to 90. So GEF, to calculate GEF, just reduce 54 from 90 and your answer will be 36 degree. So this way third question completes. Now the fourth question. See, these are the sign. This one arrow, it indicates that PQ and ST have been given to be parallel, and this angle is 110 degree, this angle is 130 degree. We have to calculate this middle angle QRS. QRS is the question. So what we will do, that both these lines are parallel, so one more line should be drawn parallel touching this vertex, and this is the line. Now 110 and this is 70, 110, and both the interior angle sum should become 180 degree, so it will come 70 degree. Similarly, these and these interior angles are here, so their sum should be 180 degree. So if it is 130, it will surely 50 degree. Now we have got adjacent angles here, complete straight angle. So 70 degree plus this one plus 50 degree, it should be 180 degree, no? So 70 and 50, 120 degree, and now the remaining QRS will become 60 degree. Here we have written, I have written here 180 degree minus 70 plus 50 means 180 minus 120 equal to 60 degree. So this way question 4 comes on completion. And the fifth question is AB and CD are parallel. Very easy question is it? It is 50 degree is here. We have to find out X. So definitely it will be alternate angle. X will be 50 degree. Here I have written alternate angles. And if it comes 50 degree, then 50 plus Y should be equal to 127 degree, because exterior angle, when a line of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of interior opposite angles. So naturally X plus Y should be equal to 127 degree, and X we have calculated 50 degree. So 50 plus Y equal to 170, so Y equal to 170 minus 50, and that comes 77 degree. So in this way we comes to a completion of question number 5. So now the last question number 6 is left to be done. So let's write it. So students, in question 6 we have been given two parallel mirrors, plane mirrors, which we used to see our face. Plane mirrors are kept parallel to one another, and one incident ray falls upon this mirror, and after being reflected from here it comes like this, and once again when it is reflected by the second mirror it moves in this direction. we have to prove that these two rays will also be parallel. So to show it, what should we do? Let's name first PQ. This is PQ. This is A, B, C, D, and this one is R, S. What we will do to show these rays to be parallel, we will draw two normals. You have studied it in the book of physics. So this is the normal, this is also the normal. Normal means it makes 90 degree here. Here also it will make 90 degree. So normal and incident ray make angle of incidence, and it will be the angle of reflection, INR. And by the rules of the physics, here angle of incidence should be equal to the angle of reflection. So we just write here x and x. Instead of writing INR, you just think that this is I, this is R, that's why they are equal. So once again, see what will happen. This and this are perpendiculars on the parallel lines. So certainly this line and this line will also be parallel, and in this case this angle should be equal to this alternate angle. I also name it x, and once again by the rules of I and R, this angle should also be equal to x. Now see what happens here. Here this complete angle is 2x, this complete angle is also 2x, so both are equal. So both are equal, but both are the alternate angles itself. And we have studied that when the alternate angles are equal, then the rays should be parallel. So this is the proof of this question, and in this way we can prove it to be parallel. So nothing else, we have to write nothing more here. We will naturally we will write MN drawn, BM parallel PQ, CN not parallel, perpendicular, or NC perpendicular RS, NC perpendicular RS. Now ABM, this one equal to CBN equal to X. Let how by I equal to R. Now also BM parallel to CN, therefore this angle BCN is also X. Yeah, this is also alternate angles. So ABC, and this is also equal to the DCN. So therefore angle ABC equal to angle DCB, alternate angles. So therefore the required AB parallel CD. So in this way we can prove the given problem, and with this answer or with this solution, we can say we come to the completion of exercise 6.2. Now we have to solve next exercise also. So till then, have a nice day. Thank you very much.